What's up, everyone? Blake Sloan here with Katie Carnisi. We're going to do an awesome success story. Just want to kind of share some success that she's had and to really kind of get a feel for like what things are like here at Sloan Realty Group. You sent me a message the other day about like, man, how you felt so armed going into open house and be able to convert clients, and obviously have experienced the industry being at a different place. Came here and saw a difference in culture and sales. And so if you would just kind of share like what your experience has been so far, being part of the Sloan Realty Group team so far.
Yeah, it has been an incredible experience for me. I always thought that I knew what salesmanship was and what it would take to survive in this industry and really thrive in this industry. And I think that all the notions that I came in with got completely turned upside down, and I realized that I really had no idea of what it takes to be a champion in this business.
Right.
So for me, it was diving in head first, just trusting the process, and in doing that, I have been able to really break through multiple layers of myself, seeing what makes me tick, what are my faults, and turning those faults into my power, and taking that power into my business. And as you know, I first 50 days here, I've had 4 signed clients, and I had a closing last week. And it was at that closing that I truly felt empowered, because I had my clients say to me that that's not our realtor, that's our friend. And that was the best news I ever could have heard.
And they'd experienced, what it was like not having somebody like you. And then you came in, showed them what it was like to be an expert, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned the part about how you're able to take other parts of life and bring it into your business, right? And so ultimately, talk about what that's like in the culture here, how we help level up, their life to help level up the business. What's that experience been like for you?
Well, as you know, we have our core 4, and seeing how something, for instance, as body is one of them, seeing what you put in your body and what you put in your mind, it all affects, and a domino effect into all the other areas of your life, from your business to your personal relationships to just your overall daily mindset, and even your mindset of thinking of outcomes and goals, far out. So for me, going through and analyzing each area of my life, it made me more self-aware to see what little habits that I have that may need to be broken, because they're overall affecting every single outcome in all the areas of my life.
Yep.
So even, with body, and realizing how important it is to stay on a diet, stay on a routine, dedicate myself to fitness. It's fitness and fuel matter.
Right.
And how then that gives me the endurance, the stamina, the energy to tackle any obstacle in my business, to then also have the energy still when I come home to give that to my boyfriend, to give that to my family, to be present in all areas of my life.
So it brings like fulfillment outside of real estate, obviously bringing it inside real estate, and obviously you're able to have the power to serve your client. And so talk a little about the level of training inside the business, right? So a lot of times people make the mistake or assumption thinking that all real estate companies are the same, right?
Yes.
And it could not be further from the truth. What's been your experience from the inside in a straight business perspective in the terms of like sales training, scripts and presentations? What's that experience been like for you, kind of seeing the difference there?
Well, I even spoke about it with Alex, our sales director, saying that looking at our buyer presentation, for instance, I always thought when asked, what do you do when people sign up with you, that they just come in. I saw them on the phone. I'm just getting them to sign paperwork right now. I'm an admin at that point.
Right.
And seeing that, that's not how it should be. And you may sign people like that, but there's a whole framework to it to really give them that next level first class experience. So to really see all the training that goes into the true service of this business and the expertise and how we're experts. We have the 7:30 a.m. all the role playing that we're doing. We have, our 2-hour group meetings that we're doing, where we're really seeing what we're putting into our mind. We're doing our podcasts, we're doing our videos,
daily,
massive training. Massive. I could go on and on reading everything,
and so
all areas.
So that's the thing. Like, what would you say to anyone out there who just may be struggling or is in a tough place or doesn't really know what to do next in their business, and they think like all the real estate companies are the same? They're not really sure. They've heard about this loan thing, not really sure what the difference is. What would you say to somebody in that situation who hasn't really experienced, or they made the mistake of thinking that everyone's just the same?
I would tell them, I understand, I have been you, and jump ship now. Come join our team, because truly our training is like no other. I didn't even know that this training was out there, and at first, I'm not going to lie, it may be a little overwhelming, but that's really when if you want to be an expert and you want to succeed in this business, you have to dive all in, and that's what we do here. You have to fully immerse all areas of your life and just trust the process. And if you do that, you will see that there is a light on the other side, and it is truly amazing.
And it's fun, right? It's amazing. You mentioned about growing yourself and having the confidence and the preparation to meet clients face to face and to be able to serve them and know that what you have is valuable and that they need what you have. And so you mentioned that in open house the other day, you felt so prepared to go in, close them, sign them to an agency agreement as they came into the open house. What was that like in that feeling, knowing that you had prepared for that, you learned, you studied, and then you had what you needed to be able to serve that client?
Honestly, it wasn't until after I signed them that it kind of came full circle, and I thought about how great that is to just be able to rely on yourself. We talk about all the time here, certainty, having certainty in yourself, and I didn't realize how uncertain in myself that I was until I had that full circle moment, that I realized I was just, it was ease. It was just coming out. There was a flow. It wasn't thinking about each little moving part, because I know what I'm talking about. I know how to connect to people. I know what to listen to understand them and what their needs are and what their story is. And when you have all these moving parts finally align, it's powerful. And I think for me, the most powerful takeaway was now feeling that certainty in myself.
Right. You felt the power and the certainty from what you've done in your lead up, right? To be able to help guide and lead not only yourself, but also the client to where they need to go.
Yep.
Awesome. Super excited to have Katie on our team. She's crushing it. Look forward to her in many other success stories, and we'll see you guys in the next video.